Last summer, Joe spent over $300 filling his patio with the most beautiful flowers he had ever grown: petunias, calibrachoa, even a gorgeous hydrangea in a big blue pot right by the front door. He watered every single morning. He used expensive potting mix from the garden center. He even added fertilizer, the kind the guy at the nursery personally recommended. But within 3 weeks, the leaves started yellowing at the edges, then the blooms disappeared. And one by one, every single pot on that patio slowly died. Joe stood there thinking, what did I do wrong? I did everything right. And here is the thing, he almost did. The truth is, most container plants do not die from neglect. They die from 7 small, invisible mistakes. Mistakes that look like you are doing the right thing while slowly killing your plants underground. Today, I am going to show you all 7. What they are, why they happen, and exactly how to fix them. Welcome back to GROWX Green. We share practical, real-world gardening solutions built for American home gardeners. Not complicated, not expensive, just things that actually work. Let us start with the mistake Joe made on day 1. Mistake number 1, wrong pot size. Joe's first mistake was choosing pots that looked beautiful, but were completely wrong for the plants inside them. Small pots cause a chain reaction most gardeners never see coming. First, small pots dry out incredibly fast. On a hot summer day, a 6-inch pot can go from watered to bone dry in just a few hours. Second, the soil temperature inside a small, dark pot can reach well over 100 degrees. The roots are literally cooking underground. Third, small pots run out of nutrients faster because there is simply less soil holding them. The plant is constantly starving, constantly thirsty, and constantly stressed. And a stressed plant cannot fight disease, cannot hold flowers, and eventually cannot survive. So what is the right size? Most flowering annuals, petunias, calibrachoa, geraniums need at least 12 to 14 inches of depth. Hydrangeas and tomatoes often need pots that are 18 inches or larger. A good rule of thumb, if you think the pot is big enough, go one size up. In summer heat, bigger is always better. Bigger pots hold more moisture, buffer temperature swings, and give roots room to actually grow. And here is a pro tip. Light-colored or terracotta pots stay significantly cooler than dark plastic pots in direct sun, especially important in southern states. Mistake number 2, overwatering. If there is one mistake that kills more containers, it is this one. Joe was watering every single day, rain or shine, morning and evening some days. He thought he was being a good gardener, but underground, he was slowly suffocating his plants. Here is what happens when you overwater a container. The soil pores fill completely with water. Roots need oxygen to survive, just like the rest of the plant. When those pores stay flooded, oxygen disappears. The roots begin to rot, and here is the cruel part. When roots rot, the plant cannot take up water anymore, so the leaves start to wilt. And when Joe sees wilting, what does he do? He waters more. The plant looks thirsty, but it is actually drowning. It is a spiral that ends in one place, a dead plant. Signs you are overwatering: leaves turn yellow, especially lower leaves first. Stems feel mushy near the soil line. Fungus gnats flying around the surface. Sour smell coming from the pot. And the plant wilts, even though the soil feels wet. The fix is simple, but it requires patience. Before you water any container, stick your finger 2 inches into the soil. If it still feels moist or cool, do not water. Wait, come back tomorrow. Most containers only need watering every 2 to 3 days in average summer conditions. The finger test is the most reliable tool you have, and it is completely free. Mistake number 3, no drainage holes. Some of the most beautiful containers sold in American garden centers are actually plant killers because they have no drainage holes. Decorative ceramic pots, painted glazed containers, some modern geometric planters, they look incredible. but they trap water at the bottom with absolutely nowhere to go. Even plants that tolerate dry conditions, succulents, lavender, herbs, will rot and die in standing water. There are no exceptions to this rule. Every outdoor container plant needs drainage. Without it, you are creating a slow-fill bathtub for your roots. What happens without drainage? Water pools at the bottom, creating a permanent wet zone. Roots rot within days in warm weather. Salt and mineral buildup has nowhere to flush out. Fungal disease spreads faster in stagnant conditions. Easy solution: the cashpo method. Keep your plant in a nursery pot with holes inside your decorative container. After watering, tip out any water that collects in the outer pot. You get the look you want. Your plant gets the drainage it needs. Everybody wins. Or if the pot is ceramic or clay, drill your own drainage holes using a masonry drill bit. It takes about 5 minutes, and it can save a $100 plant. Pro tip: putting gravel at the bottom of a pot without drainage holes does not help. It actually raises the water table closer to the roots. Drainage holes are the only real solution. If this video is helping you, hit that like button and subscribe to GROWX Green for real gardening solutions. Mistake number 4: cheap or wrong potting soil. Joe bought the cheapest potting soil at the home improvement store to save a few dollars. Big mistake. Cheap potting mixes compact quickly, dry out like concrete, or stay soggy for days. By midsummer, Joe's cheap soil had turned into a dense, airless block. Water was sheeting off the surface and running down the sides of the pot, never actually reaching the roots. Yard soil is even worse in containers. It compacts so severely it can strangle roots completely. Good potting mix should contain peat moss or coconut coir to hold moisture. Perlite or vermiculite keep soil airy. Compost offers slow-release nutrition. It should never contain straight garden soil or heavy clay. Refresh your container soil every single season. After a full year, even good potting mix loses its structure. Use coconut coir-based mixes in hot climates and are more sustainable than peat-based options. Mistake number 5: too much fertilizer. When Joe's plants looked pale and weak, he gave them a very generous dose, twice in 1 week. The problem is, when you dump concentrated fertilizer salts into a small enclosed root zone, the osmotic pressure actually pulls water out of the roots. It is called fertilizer burn. It looks almost identical to drought stress. The leaves brown at the edges, the stems go weak. Growth slows dramatically. More fertilizer on a burned plant is like pouring salt on an open wound. Use liquid fertilizer at half the recommended dose every 10 days, or use a slow-release granular fertilizer at planting. Never fertilize a stressed, wilting, or recently repotted plant. Let it recover first. Pro tip: if you suspect fertilizer burn, flush the pot deeply with plain water 3 times. This washes the salt buildup out through the drainage holes. Mistake number 6: wrong sun exposure. When a plant tag says full sun, it does not mean full sun in Texas in July. It doesn't mean a south-facing concrete patio that radiates heat like a furnace. In southern states and desert climates, full afternoon sun in containers can mean soil temperatures over 110 degrees. Most plants, even sun-loving ones, start to shut down above 95 degrees in the root zone. Flowers fade, colors bleach out, and heat stress sets in. Most flowering containers thrive best with morning sun and afternoon shade. Gentle morning light gives them energy for photosynthesis. Afternoon shade protects the roots from the most dull without the damaging heat. If you cannot move your containers, choose pot color wisely. White, cream, or terracotta pots reflect heat better than dark plastic containers. Mistake number 7: ignoring the roots. Over a growing season, roots grow until they hit the edge and start circling around the inside. Eventually, those roots form a dense, solid mass, almost like a brick. When you water a root-bound plant, the water runs straight off the solid root mass and right out the drainage hole. The plant never actually gets the water you are giving it. Signs include the plant drying out faster and roots growing out of drainage holes. The fix takes only 10 minutes. Gently loosen and untangle those circling roots so they point outward. Repot into a container 1 to 2 sizes larger with fresh mix. Joe did this with his hydrangeas. Within weeks, they had new growth and were blooming again. 10 minutes of work, months of reward. Container gardening isn't about luck. It is about understanding what plants actually need: the right pot, soil, and drainage. Fix these 7 mistakes and your pots can stay beautiful all season. Which mistake surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe to GROWX Green for more practical solutions. I will see you in the next garden.